Hey everybody, this is Eric with Adventure Experience. I'm here in the, Desolation Greys Canyon, kind of in the middle of nowhere, Utah, hence the name. If you look at the Utah map, yeah, look at the right across the Colorado border, along the I-70 corridor, you'll see a little blue line going up through a lot of nothing on the map. That's Green River, and that's Desolation Greys Canyon. Hence, where I am in the middle of right now. And hiking up into some little fun side canyon. And I'm just so aware of the fact that I did not bring a razor on the trip with me, and like it's getting a little furry, and it's got me wondering. How about you? What's the longest trip you've ever been on? Away from civilization, okay? I'm not talking about you got married and left home and you feel like your, heart's still back there. No, no, no. I'm talking about, you've done 3-day trips, you've done 4 or 5 days here, you've done weeks at the lake, house or something up in a cabin, but actually out in wilderness, without resources, without access to any major medical, anything like that. What's the longest you've ever been away? What's the longest you've, ever let your beard grow out, right? Ladies, what's the longest you ever let your legs grow out? I don't know. Maybe we all want to know. The idea is, what's the longest you've been out and away from civilization where you just kind of let yourself go? And obviously, we talk about adventure being eye-opening. Well, what does it open your eyes to about you, right? We look at ourselves, we get out here, we get dirty, we get grungy, and some people flower in that environment. They just look like a better version of themselves in that environment. Others steadily go downhill, right? And I think the line is the people who've made themselves at home in the comfortable society, right? Hair and makeup takes an hour every morning, that kind of a thing. I'm talking about the ladies, not the guys. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's people who they just have to have that shower every morning or they can't function, and they come out here and it's terrible. It's so taxing on them. But other times, you get people out here that seem to adore society, and they come out here and they're doing new and different things, and they're not washing their hair for days and days at a time, and they're absolutely loving it, and they look amazing, they look wonderful, and sometimes even a little bit different than when they started, right? Everybody looks different than the group shot at the beginning of the trip, but sometimes some people just look better. Think about the TV show Survivor, right? You've got people on there who are just wasting away, and then you got people who seem like they could go on forever. They hit this stasis where they don't look any worse, right? And they've kind of trimmed down some pounds, and they just kind of toned up, and they look amazing. And here they haven't eaten for 30 days or whatever. It's that kind of thing I'm talking about, where you come out into the wilderness and you get refined, okay? You let your beard grow out. You're not washing your hair for a while. I don't know. Sometimes it just shows you a little different version of what you would look like, right? Do you like that version? Do other people like that version? Do you tell people, ladies, me, hair in the ponytail, having not washed it, I haven't shaved my legs. Do you tell yourself that other people would not like that version of you? I'm just throwing it out. I'm curious, what's the longest, though? What's the longest you've ever been away from society? What's that looked like? For me, I had a gentleman call me up one day, and he said, what are you doing in December? I said, oh, it's only November now. I don't actually know what I'm doing for Christmas. He said, no. What are you doing for December? He had scored a Grand Canyon permit for leaving Lee's Ferry on the 5th of December. We were not pulling off the river until sometime after New Year's. Sometime on that trip, I would say it was around day 14-ish, I officially passed a line. I crossed a line, and that was the longest I'd ever been on a trip. Out in the wilderness, and it was amazing. Yes, some of the changes I saw in me, kind of what that looked like. I'm curious about you. Have you ever done it? Would you do it? Would you consider going out and coming to Desolation Greys Canyon 4, 5, 6 days just to see what it looks like? What does your hair look like in ponytails? Again, ladies, not guys. Well, okay, guys, whatever you want to do. But what does it look like, right, when you come out and just let yourself, kind of grow out a little bit, see what it looks like? I'm just curious. Is it eye-opening? Is it cringing? Okay, whatever it is, I'm encouraging you, maybe give it a try. Maybe give it a try this summer when you're out and about, this fall when you're taking some really crazy trips. Road trip out somewhere, and then just go get lost in wilderness. Get an outfitter, go get lost on a river trip for 5, 6 days. See what it looks like. See what you look like. See if you're happier with it. See if it changes the way you come back to society and say, you know what? I don't have to do this to myself. People like me just fine if I don't spend an hour on my hair every day. Whatever it is, have a look at it, make a note of it, because when you are out here traveling in the wilderness and changing up the way you look and the way you interact with other people, and when it changes the way you go back to society, well, that is when you know your life is an adventure experience. My name's Eric. I hope you are traveling safely and enjoying all the fun of not shaving for a couple of days and then having to shave afterwards. Yeah. Hey, enjoy the hot showers when you get back to civilization. I'll catch you next time.